Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. You already know who it is, and if you don't, hi, my name is Ash and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes. Anyways, before we dive too deep into this video, I feel like everyone should just have like a heads up and should be notified of this little fact or whatever. This is a voiceover recording. And if you have watched any of my last voiceover videos, you already know that it's going to be a hot mess. So if you're in the middle of this video and you're like, wow, Ash, this video is a mess and all over the place, you have been warned. Like, it's just going to be a mess regardless of how many times I do a voiceover. Or like, it's just gonna be a mess. I'm just terrible at voiceovers. So go ahead and take a seat, get a snack, because girl, we about to just be all over the place real quick. Now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna be doing a story time in this video in honor of Pride Month. And basically, it's about the time I don't know, my two brain cells just met up in the middle and was just like, oh, we're gay. So it's basically that story time. But before I dive into that story time, I'm just gonna talk about the build in this room real quick, just in case if that's what you're here for and you could honestly care less about what happened in 6th grade. Let's talk about the build real quick. Basically, in honor of Pride Month, I wanted to do like a fun, rainbow, colorful type room. Like, I don't know, I just wanted to do something like different. Like, I've never done anything like this and used like this many colors in one room. If you watch like my other videos when I'm like decorating and like building, you like already know I usually stick to like white, black, grays, hurricane gray, oyster, you know, just like different shades of like gray and, you know, just stuff like that. And like blue, because blue is my favorite color. I add it to like everything. So basically I usually use colors like that. So doing this, it was like really fun because I was like, I don't know, I was just basically throwing colors all over the place and it was fun. And also the dimensions of this room, they're 4x4. So if you want to recreate this room or add it to a house that you already have, the room is not too big and it's not too small. So you can easily fit it into a house that you already have, or you can add it on as an additional space or a wing or whatever. So yeah, I think I really, yeah, it's a nice sized room. Okay, it is a little cluttered, so if you don't like clutter or feel, I don't know, claustrophobic in this room, you might want to ease up on the decorations or maybe even make the room bigger and just, I don't know, follow the same design, I guess. I'm not really sure. But yeah, also, as you can see, as I was just trying to place the windows, you have to place the windows on, it depends on which wall you make into like a rainbow and like what windows you actually use. So when I was placing windows, I actually had trouble placing them on the rainbow wall with the colors. So I had to place it on the wall opposite to that, where it was just one wall, because the windows and the placement were just not, there weren't friends at the time. It just didn't work out. So basically I had to place the windows like elsewhere. And I think you should keep that in mind if you want to recreate this room, that the rainbow wall should be more on the inside and then the windows towards the outside of the house, if that makes me like, I feel like I don't know, it makes sense in my head, but I know there's gonna be like one person out there like, girl, what are you trying to say? I don't know. Just be careful when you place the actual just rainbow wall, because I did have issues placing the windows. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, how about we finally get into this story time? And oh my god, this is like this disclaimer. This is my first story time, so if it's a hot mess, just know it's my first story time. And also, I'm like watching the video like play back as I'm like talking, and you might want to build this room first. I mean, no, not build the room first, but you might want to watch the video first and then build it, because I'm watching myself and I'm deleting and replacing things, so you might want to, just a heads up, I'm going to be deleting and placing things and moving things around, like, just a little bit. I think I only messed up like one time and like changed my mind like once or twice, so just a heads up. But yeah, like I was saying, this story time is going to be like my very first story time on my channel, I think. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Basically, how did I find out I was gay? Let's see. Basically, it all started in 6th grade. Yes, I was in 6th grade. It was gym class, 5th period. I remember like all the major details, but I'm not really sure of what happened that just made me think. I was like, oh, okay, I just like guys and this and that. So I don't really know all those details, but I'll just start the story. Okay, it's whatever. So basically, I was in 6th grade, and I was however old a normal 6th grader would be. I was that age, of course. And for my 5th period class, I had gym class. And how the 5th period works at my old middle school was basically you would go to your 5th period class, and then in the middle, it was lunch, and then from lunch, you go back to your 5th period class, finish up what you have to do or whatever, and then you go on to your 6th period class and, just keep it moving. So for my 5th period class, I had gym. And for some reason, in my middle school, it was kind of like a strict rule. I mean, I wouldn't call it a rule, but it was like required that you go into the locker rooms, get dressed for gym, and participate in stuff. And basically, I was failing gym. Not gonna lie, I was failing gym because this was like so long ago. I forgot the complete details, but basically, going into the locker rooms and getting dressed in like a t-shirt, shorts, or whatever for gym class, that counted as a major part of my grade, and then participation counted as another part. And it basically just comes together and just forms my whole grade for gym. Like, I wasn't really graded on like if I can do 20 push-ups or if I can climb a rope and how fast and far I can run. It was basically like participating, actually playing and talking to other students, I guess, and basically getting dressed appropriately for the class. And at the time, I'm not sure what was going on in my head at the time, because like now that I'm like older and stuff, it's not really a big deal, and I just sort of don't really care anymore. But at the time when I was younger, I really didn't want to get dressed out in gym class. Like, I really don't know the whole reason behind it. I guess the whole thing overall just made me uncomfortable, like taking off my clothes and like getting dressed and this and that in front of like 30 like strangers that I barely knew. In gym class I had like 2 or 3 friends. So I really didn't want to get dressed in PE. So since and yeah, I didn't want to get dressed in PE, so I didn't do it. I'm the type of person, like, my mom like raised me to be like, if you don't like doing something or whatever, then just don't do it. And learning that growing up, it kind of helped me, but also at the same time, I've just become like a brat basically in my like everyday life. So it kind of works, but it also kind of backfired. It just works in certain situations. So basically, I didn't like getting dressed in gym class, and I didn't want to do it, so I just didn't do it. And then I kept that up for like a good, I don't know, like most of the semester, and then like I think the semester was coming to an end, and then like my coach at the time of the gym class, he sort of pulled me aside, and he basically like talked to me. He was like, "Hey, you're failing PE," and yeah, basically I was failing PE. Like I said, I don't remember like all the tiny little details and everything. Like, he just told me that I was failing PE, and I forgot. Like, I forgot what would happen if I failed PE. Like, what was my consequence or whatever. He basically just said, "You're failing PE," and in my head at the time, it was like, "Oh, failing equals bad. I should not fail." So basically, me and him talked for like a while or whatever, for like a good 5 minutes, 6 minutes, like away from everybody. And basically, it just got to the point where I had to get dressed out for gym class or I'm gonna fail the class. And to be honest, like, my gym class was easy. It's like, I don't know, basically at my school, it was like, how do you even fail gym class, you know? Like, it's stupid. Like, you just, what, how? You know? So I didn't want to fail gym class, so I started getting dressed in the locker rooms and stuff. He called my mom, and my mom went to Walmart. She got me like a whole bunch of like t-shirts and basketball shorts and stuff, and she was like, "Okay, this is for Monday, this is for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so forth and so forth." And basically I had to get dressed in gym or your boy was gonna fail, and I forgot what happened if I failed, but I didn't want to fail, so that was good enough. Like, a good enough reason. Okay, well, before I continue the story, let me just give you like a overall image of like the locker rooms at my middle school. So like I said, I was in 6th grade, and basically there was like a small locker room, and then there was like a bigger locker room for people and like kids that play football, baseball, soccer, and like stuff like that. And there was a hallway connecting the two locker rooms, and like in the middle of the hallway there was like a gate or something. Yeah, there was a gate that closed off the small locker room and the bigger locker room. But I think there was like another way to walk around the gate, like all the way, and get to the other part of the locker rooms or whatever. Not that I really needed to, because I didn't play sports or anything like that in middle school. So basically, there was 2 locker rooms, a big one, a little one, and there was a hallway connecting the 2. So like I said, I wasn't really comfortable like getting dressed in front of like 30 plus kids or whatever. And I just got a Discord notification. Yeah, I wasn't really comfortable like getting dressed. So I would go into that like little hallway, and I guess like there was like some other kids that had like the same mindset as me. They were like they also got dressed in this hallway or whatever. It was basically like 3, 4 of us, sometimes 5 or 6 of us, like in that hallway, just getting dressed like really quickly and then like moving on with our day, not making eye contact and just stuff like that. And that's where I would get dressed a majority of the time. Well, like all the time actually. For for 6th grade. In 7th, like, yeah, oh damn. Yeah, for 7th and 8th grade, I had karate. So fun fact, I had karate for 7th and 8th grade. And I had to go into the locker rooms again to get dressed in like my karate gear or whatever. And at that point, I was like more comfortable being in the locker rooms and stuff like that. So sometimes I would go in the hallway. Sometimes I'm like out in the open where everyone can see me or whatever. But yeah, that's like a whole nother year. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, basically, I would get dressed in that hallway, and I don't know, and it'd be kind of like, yeah, I would just get dressed in that little hallway. And honestly, and me, I thought I was being so slick. I was like, okay, I got dressed on Monday, so maybe for Tuesday, maybe we can like let it slide or whatever. But then he was like, no, you gotta get dressed every day, because yeah, it came to the point where I had to get dressed every day because like my grade was just that bad. So to make up for it, I had to get dressed like every day, just to sort of like make up for all the times I didn't get dressed with like everyone or whatever. So it was an everyday thing. And I guess getting dressed like every day in the locker room, I was sort of getting like used to it and more comfortable doing it. And it's sort of don't get me wrong, I was still like slightly uncomfortable, but for the most part I was just like, it's whatever, because like no one was like really thinking about me, no one was like really looking at me. Everybody was like sort of paying attention to their own like self or whatever, their own business, talking to their friends or whatever. No one was really thinking about me. So I just got more comfortable just getting dressed in my locker rooms every day, and it wasn't a biggest deal anymore. And you guys are probably like, okay, Ash, that's good and fun and fresh or whatever. No one really cares. How did you discover that you were gay? So basically, like I said, I got more comfortable, and my friends were in the locker rooms too. Like my friends didn't get dressed in the hallway like I did. They sort of like got dressed in the main area. So when I got finished dressing out, I would just go out to the main area with them and just like talk to them and wait till they get finished and whatever. And I guess, I don't know, all those like times, like every day, I really don't know how. But I guess, see, like, I don't even know how to put this into words, but, I got more comfortable in the locker rooms, and talking to my friends every day, blah, 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 blah. I guess at that point, just waiting for them to get finished while they get dressed, I guess I sort of looked around the locker room, I guess, and just started like observing everyone from like afar, and just like, I don't know, I can't really, I don't know how to like put it into words. I honestly don't, but I just sort of like started like, well, I don't want to say watching people, but like I was like glancing here and there, just like, oh, okay, hi, hello, sir, and just this is a hot mess. And basically from that point on, I guess I sort of figured out that I liked guys and not girls. And I'm not saying that just being in the locker rooms and just like watching people makes you gay or anything like that, but I don't know. I think it's just normal, like if you're in a locker room setting, to just like observe people, because like you're young, you're growing, developing, and this and that, and you're just sort of like taking note of how other people look and comparing and contrasting yourself and them, and just, I don't know, just growing up, I guess, and just, I don't know, I don't know. But basically, I just sort of put two and two together, that I was like, hey, well, actually, not even just put two and two together that I was gay. I just guess I started having like these thoughts. I was like, like this guy is kind of cute, and then like at the time I was like, wait, I'm not supposed to be having this kind of thought because two guys weren't supposed to be together. It's supposed to be a boy and a girl, and that's just how things is. So because I was having these thoughts, I guess I was just putting two and two together. That I was like, okay, maybe I'm gay. Maybe I like guys. So that's it. I just don't know what else to add on to this story. Because I went on my Twitter, I was like, do you guys want to hear a story time about this? And I was kind of like debating on actually doing this story time because I actually don't know what else to add to this story other than I was in a locker room. I watched a few guys get dressed and I was like, hey, I'm gay. Like, I don't know what else to add to this story, so... Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully you guys find this story time entertaining or whatever. You know, it's a hot mess and all over the place. And yeah, I don't know why I sound out of breath because like, I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that story time, and also let me know in the comments below if you guys want more story times because I do have like other stories from like when I was in like middle school, high school, and stuff like that, and the things I've been through, and I don't know, just stuff like that. And also, since I'm on here, I mentioned this on my Twitter and on my Instagram, but like I've mentioned like in the past, I always forget to mention it on YouTube. But I do want to thank you guys for 4,000 subscribers. Like, girl, we all did that. Like, my mind is actually blown. I really didn't think I was gonna get this far. Because I did grow my channel at like a really fast rate, and like a lot of people were noticing it, and then they were like, hey, you're like growing pretty fast, and this and that, and I was like, yeah, I am. I'm happy. And then things just started like kind of slowing down in life and stuff, and I wasn't really uploading as much, but I do plan to like upload more and more frequently. So yeah, I really didn't think I would like get to this point. I thought people would be like, oh, he doesn't really put out videos that much. Maybe I shouldn't subscribe and this and that. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for 4,000 subscribers. And I am doing a 4,000 subscriber giveaway. Like I said, I mentioned this on my Twitter and Instagram. Well, no, I didn't. I only mentioned the Twitter on my Instagram. No. On my Twitter, only on my Twitter. So yeah, so be on the lookout for a giveaway in the near future. I'm still like planning it out and sorting through things because I haven't did a giveaway in a while, and I forgot how hard it is to do like a giveaway, especially for me since I have like Twitter, Instagram, like YouTube. Like I use like all those social media platforms like daily. And I want to like include everyone in the giveaway, so I'm just like trying to figure out, okay, how can the people on Instagram join in on this giveaway? How can people on YouTube join in on the giveaway and be on Twitter and this and that? Because not everyone has a Twitter, not everyone has an Instagram. So I'm like trying to figure out ways that everyone can be involved, which is why it's kind of taking so long. And also, a lot of people on Twitter are doing giveaways because, like, on my Twitter feed, like, I just scroll and then there's just like giveaway. Everyone's doing a giveaway all at once, and I feel kind of weird about doing my giveaway because I feel like I'm just like creeping in, like, hey, here's another giveaway. You probably already entered the other 16 before mine, but hey, here's another one. You might win this one. If you don't win the other one, you might as well join in, girl, you know? So yeah, I don't know. The giveaway is still going to happen. It's going to be soon, but I'm kind of hesitating a little bit at the moment. And like planning things out, of course. So So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time, even though it was a hot mess and all over the place. And I hope you guys enjoyed this room, the build, the colors, and everything. And I will see you guys in the next video, which is coming out pretty soon, by the way, because I've recorded multiple videos in one day. Like, oh my god, look at me go, pro YouTuber. So yeah, until the next video.